What's up, Clay County? Today we're on the campus of Fleming Island High School for the Clay County Student Athlete of the Month, presented by Northeast Florida Builders Association. We certainly want to thank Northeast Florida for their support in allowing us to recognize all these amazing student athletes across the whole county. All right, Clay County, today we're being joined by junior Tessa Wilson. Tessa, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
On being selected as the February Student Athlete of the Month.
Thank you.
All right, Tessa, let's dive right into this thing and let's talk about the student portion. I see here that you have a 3.935 GPA. First off, congratulations for excelling in the classroom and getting it done. I mean, clearly that's important to you when I look at a GPA like that. Mm-hmm. Tell me about some of the classes you're taking here on the campus of Fleming Island.
So right now I'm taking one honors class, and that is Ace General Paper. That's the honors English for junior year here. And for the other classes, I'm just taking regular to keep time for sports as well. But my favorite class right now I'm taking is probably early childhood education, because that's what I'm wanting to major in college. So that's really fun because I get to work with the kids on hands right here on Fleming Island.
So one of the CTE classes right here?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about this class. So tell me what happens.
So I'm in early childhood 2, so that's the second level, and you can do it all 4 years of high school. So right now we work on working on lesson planning. So we take a week to lesson plan, and then we go into the actual classroom where the 3-year-olds are and the VPK is. So we get assigned one of them per week, and then we do our lessons for them. So we do 2 lessons each, and I'm in a group of 4. So my group and we go in there, we teach them what we have. So for example, some days we go with like a math activity, or some days we go with like a craft and help them learn their numbers or their alphabet, or something to help the teachers out.
So education, that's where we're going. Listen, before we get out of here, we're going to give you, get your resume, and then we'll give you a chance to apply and an application for to teach, because of course we're in need, and if people like you with a resume like this, we need you. We need to get you on the list already.
Yes.
How about that? All right, let's go ahead and transition to athletics. I see here that you're a member of the tennis team.
Yes.
How'd you get involved in tennis?
I was probably 8 years ago. My whole family is a tennis family. So my mom was playing, and she just brought me out to the tennis courts one day for just a clinic, and I was like, oh, okay, let's go hit a ball over a net. So I went out there for a clinic, and I really enjoyed it. So I kept playing it. I did a little in middle school. It was junior team tennis as well. And then now here on the varsity tennis team at Fleming Island.
I love it. Great story. You know what I mean? How cool is that?
Yes.
All right. Singles or doubles?
So I played both. So I play line 2 singles and then line 1 doubles.
Which one? Which one's you? I'm putting you on the spot here.
Probably definitely doubles, because you're not alone. And my partner and I have such a fun time out there. Even if we're losing, we're always laughing on the court and getting the ball over and trying to play our hardest and win. I'm
glad you said that instead of no, it's her fault. That was her fault. Not mine.
No, never one of the other's fault. We're a team, so we work together. And if we make a mistake, we push each other up to keep going and do great.
All right, I have to read this to you. Tessa is described as the leader on the team. How does it make you feel when you hear an adult or a coach describe it?
That makes me feel really very good about myself, because I always love to keep people included. So if we're doing something, I'll invite everybody, no matter if they're my friends or not, because we're on a team, so we need to be a team and work together as well and keep it cohesive.
You're exactly right. Any leadership role, you have to understand that, right? It's all about us, right? It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us.
Yeah.
So, all right, Tessa, clearly you're getting done when it comes to the classroom. Crushing it on the tennis court, but that's not all you're involved here at Fleming Island High School. So let's do this. Let's go talk about some of those other things. Come on,
Perfect.
Tessa.
Let's do it.
Clay County, we are back with junior Tessa Wilson here on the campus of Fleming Island High School, the February Student Athlete of the Month, again being presented by Northeast Florida Builders Association. All right, Tessa, we talked about academics and how you're excelling in the classroom. We talked about you on the tennis court, but I also alluded to you're also involved in so many other things, including a bunch of clubs here on the campus of Fleming Island. All right, I got to say, the thing that jumped right out to me is pickleball. And not just pickleball, you're the founder of the pickleball club.
Yes.
How did this come about?
Well, I started playing pickleball when I first moved to Florida about a year and a half ago. And I first stepped foot on the court, and I loved it, and I fell in love with it, and I started competing with tournaments with my mixed partner and singles as well. So I knew that I had to get it in high schools because if I love it so much, that means everyone else is going to love it too.
Right.
So the 3 local courts that we have in our community, I always see high schoolers out there with their friends playing, and I was like, everyone's going to love it if we have it as a club, and that means we can compete with other schools. So everyone loves a little bit of competition here and there.
100%.
So I thought it was a great idea to start a club as well.
I love it. Just taking that initiative, you know what I mean? Seeing something and let's go do it. Why not? That's goes back to that leadership thing we talked about last segment. I could see that, right? That's a quality.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about the pickleball though. So is this on campus? Like how many members? Like tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we have our courts right here on Fleming Island. We just
Nice.
taped pickleball courts on our tennis courts. So my family and I, we went out there, we measured out the pickleball courts and taped them. And then we also bought portable nets so we can just place them on when we have club and take them down when we need and still be able to use the tennis courts as they need to be. And then, so we had an interest meeting and we had about 75 members showed up.
Wow.
Which was crazy. We were not expecting 75 people
Like
at
10.
all. Yeah, we were expecting like maybe 10, 15 or something. And I was like, I'd be happy with 15.
Yeah.
But we had 75 and we were blown away. So we got 35 members out of those people that came, and we had a great time. Everyone really enjoyed it, so I was very happy to see that.
Awesome. Now, did you have to go back to mom and dad, like, Mom and Dad, we need more nets? Like, what's not going to get it done?
Yes, so we held a fundraiser over at our community at the beginning of the year to be able to buy our nets and our lines. So right now we have 8 nets, I believe.
You're just saying these things, and it's just like easy for you to say them. But now I understand why they gave you that tag of leader, like to have initiative, to go out and find a way to get these lines and to find a way to get these nets. You know what? We need more nets. Let's go fundraise. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as far as athletics and English and math and all those things, we're hoping we're developing these other things, these leadership skills, and so kudos to you and your family for
Thank you so much.
doing that. All right. So as I talked about, I see you, again, National Honor Society, NTHS, like you're involved in a lot of things. But you're also involved in the community. So you volunteer a lot in the community. What are some of the things you do in the community?
So I just help out wherever need be. The latest thing that I did was help out with a food drive for our local animal shelter. So I was able to collect food from people in the community. But I just love helping out in the community because it brings a sense of joy inside of me that I can help other people that may not be as fortunate as I am.
I love it. You know what I mean? When people talk about my why and why I'm here and why I came into education, similar to you, is my why. I love helping people.
Yeah.
Like now, I will be honest. There's sometimes I wish that wasn't the case. I'm like, one more thing, yes, I'll do it. Set it up, right? So to hear you say that you just want to help others, that's awesome. All right, Tessa, I can see why they nominated you for the Student Athlete of the Month. All right, let's do this. Let's go make you the official February Student Athlete of the Month. Come on,
Perfect, let's do it.
Clay County, we are back to make Tessa Wilson the official Student Athlete of the Month. Again, we want to thank Northeast Florida Builders Association for allowing us to recognize student athletes like Tessa. All right, before we do that, we're being joined by this awesome individual here, Mr. Travis Cunningham. Travis, thanks so much for all the great things that you do here on the campus of Fleming Island High School.
Thank you too. Appreciate it.
All right, Tessa, for being selected as a Student Athlete of the Month comes with a few perks. All right, you get this awesome BSN quarter zip.
Perfect.
Thank you, BSN, for the apparel. We certainly appreciate that. You're going to get a couple of Jacksonville Iceman tickets.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Absolutely. And to remember everything, you get this framed certificate. So your mom, I guess, can hang it on, right?
Of course.
Listen, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The February Student Athlete Month.
Thank you.
Absolutely.